So here's why your goals fail. And it has nothing to do with willpower or motivation. It's something called the law of sustainment. And it says this: you cannot maintain actions that conflict with your self perception. Let me explain what that means. Let's say you want to lose weight. So you start eating healthy, you start exercising, you are doing all the right things. But deep down, you still believe, I'm someone who struggles with weight. I'm someone who's not disciplined. So what happens? After a few weeks, you sabotage yourself, you eat the cake, you skip the gym, you go back to your old habits. And you think, I failed, I don't have willpower. That's not what happened. What happened is your actions conflicted with your identity, and your mind couldn't sustain that conflict. So it reverted to behaviors. This is called cognitive dissonance, and it's one of the most powerful forces in your psychology. When your actions conflict with your self conception, you experience psychological discomfort. Your mind detects the mismatch and creates tension. And your mind will do almost anything to resolve that tension. Usually, it resolves it by reverting to old behaviors that fit your existing identity. Because old behaviors feel safe, they feel familiar, they feel like you. So even if those behaviors are holding you back, even if they are keeping you stuck, your mind chooses them because they resolve the discomfort. Here's an example. Let's say you want to be confident. So you start speaking up in, I don't know, meetings. You start sharing your ideas. You are taking action. But deep down, you believe, no, this is not me. I'm a shy person. I'm not a leader. People don't listen to me anyway. So what happens is you speak up once or twice, and then you feel the discomfort, the mismatch between your action and your identity. And your mind says, this doesn't feel like you. You are not a confident person. Go back to being quiet. So you do. You go back to being quiet, and the discomfort goes away. But so does your progress. Here's another example. Now, let's say you want to be successful. So you start a business. You start putting yourself out there. You are taking risks. You're doing all the right steps. But deep down, you believe people like me don't become successful. I'm not smart enough. I'm not worthy of success. So what happens? You get some traction. You get some interest. And then you sabotage it. You make a mistake. You say something wrong. You pull back. Because the success doesn't match your identity, and your mind cannot sustain that mismatch. So it reverts to failure, which feels like you. This isn't laziness. This isn't lack of willpower. This is your mind protecting your identity. Your mind is saying, I don't know who you are if you're not doing this. So I'm going to pull you back to what I know. So here's what you need to understand: long term goals don't fail because of actions, they fail because of identity. You can have the perfect plan, you can have the perfect habits, you can have the perfect discipline. But if your actions don't align with your identity, you will sabotage yourself. You will speak yourself out of it. Because cognitive dissonance is more powerful than willpower. But here's what you can do and what you have to do. You have to change your identity first, not your actions, your identity. What does that mean? Instead of I want to lose weight, become I am someone who takes care of their health. Instead of I want to be confident, become I am someone who speaks up. Instead of I want to be successful, become I am someone who creates value. There is a difference right there. When you shift your identity, when you start to believe you are this person, then your actions naturally align, they follow. Because now your actions match your self perception. There's no discomfort, no conflict, and you can sustain it. It even feels easy, like that's it. First, get clear on who you want to become, not what you want to achieve, who you want to be. Second, start taking small actions that align with that identity. If you want to be healthy, take one healthy actions today, not tomorrow. Not because you are trying to lose weight, but because that's what healthy people do. If you want to be confident, speak up once today, not tomorrow, not because you're trying to be brave, but because that's what confident people do. Third, notice the discomfort. When your mind says this isn't you, acknowledge it, but don't listen to it. Just acknowledge it. Ah, there's the voice. Say, I know this feels uncomfortable, but this is who I am becoming. And I'm going to keep going. Fourth, we've talked about this many, many times before, and I love to repeat it because repetition, what else? Repeat every day small actions that align with your new identity. And over time, your nervous system adjusts, your self perception shifts, and the new identity becomes real. Because here is the truth: you're not trying to force yourself to do things you don't want to do. You are becoming someone who naturally wants to do these things. You're not fighting against yourself, you are aligning with yourself. And when you do that, when you resolve the cognitive dissonance by shifting your identity, that's when real change happens. So here is my question for you. What goal have you been struggling with? And what identity would you need to have to achieve that goal? Not the action, the identity. Who would you need to become? And can you take one small action today that aligns with that identity? Because that's where change begins, not with willpower, but with identity.